For centuries, the concept of life after death has captivated humanity. In this exploration, we delve into the compelling realm of near-death experiences and shared death experiences, focusing on the testimonies of those who once considered themselves skeptics or atheists. Prepare to embark on a captivating expedition into the nature of consciousness, the mysteries of death, and the possibility of an afterlife. Through meticulous research and compelling first-hand accounts, we aim to provide factual, thought-provoking evidence that suggests consciousness may persist beyond the physical body. Our exploration begins with the remarkable story of Dr. Eben Alexander, a renowned neurosurgeon who regarded near-death experiences as mere fantasies. His convictions were challenged when he contracted a rare bacterial meningitis.
During profound unconsciousness, I embarked on an extraordinary odyssey into another realm. Upon recovery, I felt compelled to share my awe-inspiring experience.
His story serves as a testament to the enduring nature of consciousness. In this chapter, we delve into the intriguing phenomenon of shared death experiences where individuals present at the time of a person's passing report having extraordinary experiences that parallel the dying person's own. These shared experiences often involve feelings of peace, love, and a sense of unity with the dying individual. SDEs offer a unique perspective on the nature of consciousness and its potential to transcend the boundaries of the physical body. This chapter introduces us to an avowed atheist who dismissed the notion of an afterlife as a comforting fable.
The experience was so vivid, I could no longer deny the possibility of an afterlife. The love I felt transcended my previous understanding.
This encounter serves as a testament to the transformative power of near-death experiences. In this chapter, we meet a terminally ill atheist, a man grappling with the harsh realities of his impending mortality. As his illness progressed, he experienced a profound near-death experience that forever altered his perspective on life and death. This terminally ill atheist's near-death experience transformed his fear of death into a sense of profound peace and acceptance. His story highlights the potential for NDEs to provide solace and hope to those facing their own mortality. This chapter delves into the extraordinary near-death experience of Forrest J. Ackerman, a renowned science fiction editor and writer. Ackerman, known for his staunch atheism, faced a profound challenge to his beliefs. During a medical emergency, his heart stopped, plunging him into unconsciousness. This near-death experience transformed him into a believer in the afterlife. His story highlights the transformative power of NDEs. This chapter introduces us to a seasoned doctor who had witnessed countless deaths throughout their career. Their perspective on death shifted after a shared death experience. This experience challenged their beliefs about consciousness and the afterlife. They perceived a soul's departure, suggesting consciousness may persist beyond death. This chapter shares the poignant story of a grieving father who found solace through a profound near-death experience. It reunited him with his beloved child. This experience provided immense comfort and solace, assuring him his child was safe and happy. This chapter introduces the near-death experience of a self-proclaimed skeptic who approached life with doubt and a belief in the tangible world. During a near-fatal accident, he hovered above his body, observing with detached clarity. Meeting his older self challenged his beliefs about time and consciousness. His story suggests NDEs offer insights that transcend current reality. This chapter delves into the transformative near-death experience of an avowed atheist. During a near-fatal car accident, he found himself enveloped in a radiant light, a presence so overwhelming yet comforting that it defied description. This encounter transformed his skepticism into a profound sense of spirituality. His story highlights the potential for NDEs to facilitate spiritual awakenings. This chapter introduces us to the near-death experience of a lifelong skeptic, a woman with a pragmatic and analytical mind. Her skepticism was tested during emergency surgery, resulting in a profound NDE. This journey challenged her beliefs about reality, consciousness, and the possibility of an afterlife. In this chapter, we explore the groundbreaking research of Dr. Sam Parnia, a leading expert in near-death experiences and consciousness. Dr. Parnia, a critical care physician, has dedicated his career to understanding the processes during near-death experiences. His research suggests consciousness may continue even when the brain is no longer functioning. Documented cases show individuals who were clinically dead reported vivid near-death experiences. Dr. Parnia's work suggests consciousness may not be solely dependent on the physical brain. This chapter shares the heartwarming story of a young girl who experienced a profound near-death experience.
She felt no pain or fear, only peace and joy. She met her grandparents and felt an instant connection.
Her story highlights the innocence and purity of a child's perspective on the afterlife.
This chapter delves into my extraordinary near-death experience when I was critically injured in combat. As I lay bleeding, I experienced a shift in consciousness, transporting me from war to peace. I felt drawn towards a brilliant light, emanating warmth, love, and peace. My story offers hope and resilience, showing the human spirit can find peace and renewal.
This chapter introduces us to a family's profound shared death experience as they gathered around their dying matriarch. They shared stories, expressed love, and offered words of comfort. In that sacred space, they felt peace, unity, and love. Their story suggests death is a transition, a passage where love endures. This chapter revisits the compelling account of a doctor who witnessed what they interpreted as a soul's departure from the physical body during a patient's passing. The doctor described observing a subtle yet distinct energy or essence leaving the patient's body at the moment of death. This doctor's first-hand account provides further evidence to support the idea that consciousness may not be solely dependent on the physical body. Their story suggests that death may not be an end, but rather a transition to another state of being, a realm beyond our current comprehension. This chapter delves into the remarkable near-death experience of a comatose patient who embarked on an extraordinary out-of-body journey. They reported vivid out-of-body experiences, observing events with remarkable accuracy. This suggests consciousness can detach from the physical body. This chapter shares the poignant story of a young woman who experienced a profound near-death experience after a serious car accident. During her NDE, she was reunited with her deceased father, whom she had loved and lost years earlier. She felt his familiar embrace, his warmth, and his unconditional love. This reunion highlights the enduring power of love and the possibility of reuniting with loved ones in the afterlife. This chapter introduces us to the near-death experience of a lifelong skeptic who found himself face-to-face with a council of beings in the afterlife. He described being escorted to a grand hall, where he stood before wise and benevolent beings. This encounter suggests the afterlife is complex and multifaceted, with different levels of consciousness and beings of varying wisdom. This chapter delves into the extraordinary near-death experience of a man who, during a life-threatening medical emergency, found himself observing his own funeral from an out-of-body perspective. The man recounted how he felt himself floating above his physical body, watching as doctors and nurses frantically tried to revive him. This man's out-of-body observation of his own funeral during his near-death experience challenges our understanding of death and the nature of consciousness. His story suggests that the mind can exist independently of the physical body, perceiving events from a different realm of existence.
This chapter concludes with a heartwarming story of a nurse sharing a profound experience with a dying patient. As the nurse provided comfort, they experienced a deep connection and a shared sense of peace. The nurse felt an overwhelming sense of love and compassion, as if they were kindred spirits. This experience highlights the profound impact of compassionate care on both patient and caregiver.
Throughout this series, we have explored near-death experiences and shared death experiences, delving into first-hand accounts of individuals who have returned with astonishing stories. These accounts suggest consciousness may not be solely dependent on the physical body, and that death may be a transition to another state of being. While these experiences remain a mystery to science, they offer a glimmer of hope and a profound shift in our perspective on life's greatest enigma.